Hey guys, Paul from Guitar World, and right over here we'll be looking at Marshall's brand new Kerry King signature amplifier head, otherwise known as the JCM 800 KK amplifier. Now this amplifier is awesome for metal, so let's take a closer look at the front panel and I'll tell you why. For years, most of us guitarists always wanted hot-rodded Marshall amps, and right over here we have one that is certainly hot-rodded, and it's hot-rodded on the platform of a JCM 800 Marshall. On this half of the amp, we essentially have a JCM 800 Marshall with its stock 4-band EQ, the master volume, and the preamp volume. The signature part of the amp begins over here with the Beast control, a simple push button over here, the gate knob, and the assault knob. Now, Kerry used to have noise gates and a 10-band EQ to get his signature sound through one of his favorite Marshalls, which this is based on. And now Marshall has integrated that circuitry right into this part of the amp, so it really gets a great defined heavy metal sound when you use these two knobs. So by activating the Beast control, you kick in the gate, which is great if you're playing at an insane volume because it is dead quiet. And you can control the threshold of the gate simply by moving the knob clockwise. Over here, the assault knob kicks in Kerry's EQ band curve as well as adding a bunch of gain on top of this amp. And you'll hear the difference once I play that. Other features to take note are the Celtic graphics that Kerry added onto the front panel of this. And if you notice here, we have this little bit of a tribal design on the front panel, which is based on Kerry's tattoo on the side of his head. The other thing about this amp to take note is it's an extremely loud amp. It's 100 watts and it uses KT88 tubes. So it's got a lot of power and definition. Okay, let's begin with the JCM 800 part of the amp. I haven't even activated it, so you get to hear what this amp sounds like without kicking this in. It's the gain on it's dialed a bit back, so you'll hear the difference. And once I kick this in, you'll hear the fury of this amp. So let's hear this side first. Essentially playing the same thing. Now I'm going to turn on the Beast portion of this amp, and you'll hear the amount of gain and the EQ curve that kicks in. And you'll also hear how quiet it is when I stop playing. So let's hear what that sounds like. So as you just heard, the gate kicks in when I stop playing, and if you notice where the Beast is, there's a little LED over here. So right now it's got a solid red color. When I start playing, it turns to green, and the minute I stop playing, it'll go right to red, indicating that the gate has kicked in. So watch this. Okay, let's do some more metal type of riffing, and you'll really hear how great this amp sounds for metal. I'm not sure it would really work great for hard rock unless you throw a pedal in front of it and disengage that portion of it. But if you're going to do real classic metal and hardcore stuff, this is the amp to check out. And I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to use the Beast portion of the amp to really riff out, and I'll cut it out, and you'll hear the difference. There's a huge gain structure difference in this amp. Okay. Here we go. Now, keeping with that idea, I'm going to take out the Beast portion of it, and you'll hear how the gain structure automatically changes, and it kind of dies down a bit. So let's hear what that sounds like. Another great thing about this Kerry King signature head is its note definition, especially when you dial in a lot of gain. Listen how I hit a chord with open strings in it, and you can hear all the notes from top to bottom. Okay, I'm going to switch guitars a bit because no metal demonstration over here would be complete without me using a dime-inspired guitar, which is much different than the ESP I use over here because that's got EMG pickups in it. And this has got Bill Lawrence type pickups in here for dime because that's what dime used. So let's take a listen and hear what that sounds like. One thing I should show you is how great this noise gate is that's built into this amp. When I let the strings go, the guitar will naturally feed back. But the minute I put my strings back, put my hand back on the strings, it's dead quiet. And so it actually naturally lets the guitar feed back and do all the things you want it to do. And then when you want to close that gate, just touch the strings and it's out. So check it out. Thankfully, the Marshall Kerry King signature amp is a standard production line Marshall. If you play metal and if you're a Marshall user, I can't think of a better amp to play hardcore and metal music.